Hey guys, MasakoX here, and it's that time again. As you can see, we're looking at OCs again. The first video did really well, and if you want to check that out, do check the link up top. And if you actually want to see the entire list of OCs that were sent to the hashtag on Twitter, you can, well, it's right there. You know, there. I can articulate. MasakoOC, hashtag MasakoOC. You can have a full list of there because, yeah, you guys did not disappoint. You delivered spectacularly. We got a lot to go through, so I'm just going to be giving you the highlights of what I've been seeing. But again, you can check out the full list at your own leisure. Right, let's go. So first off, we have Wolfsbane with Maze, a half-Saiyan human from Universe 6 Earth after it was resurrected in the Universe 6 tournament. He's on a mission to learn of his Saiyan ancestry and to save his home of Earth. Very fun-loving man, loves to crack jokes. I really like him. And is the furthest from cool, even if he thinks he is. Okay, so it starts off with maybe not the most original hair design, but I like the fact that he's got attitude and he has personality and is kind of carefree and likes a good joke. And of course he's got a little dragon sprite, so he's basically like Gohan, only I already can tell I like this one more than Icarus. So we got some more details, and I mean, already, like, okay, I take that back. With that goatee, he looks very evil, but again, he's meant to be a good guy.
This would really confuse Goku. He has a goatee, but he doesn't seem all that bad.
It's weird, but it's different, and I like that. Nice kind of little tableau there. And all these commissions are really good. And that Super Saiyan Primal 4 thing, whatever Heroes came up with, that looks really nice. Well done, Wolfsbane. Louis Cell, this is some art I had commissioned of myself IRL as a Super Saiyan Blue. Not an OC, but I loved how it turned out. Well, to be honest, it's kind of rocking. Can you imagine that at a rave? Like glow-in-the-dark Super Saiyan Blue hair? That would really go down very well. So, honestly, that looks really good. And I just realized, Holy Fist. Holy Fist! Elijah Ledwith, this is Broad, and he is an ancient Saiyan. He is the only one of the ones to get Super Saiyan after Yamoshi did, and the only other to get God before Goku and Vegeta. Okay, so this kind of reminds me of like a Viking vibe to it, like almost like Saiyans out in the cold. So nice little scar there. It's not your typical small one. You're going a big star with this one, a broad scar, as you might say. We have Okaka, or named on the Oka veg, okay. Created by dark magic and different parts of Saiyan stuck together to create a powerful warrior. And is suspended in a near state of dying by the magic which, ooh, wow. Okay, so this is like a Frankenstein's monster type of... I like this more than Bio Broly. Now, honestly, if this had been the Bio Broly, just cobbling different warriors together with Broly being the main proponent of it, that would be better. If I had my soundboard, I would say, I'm sorry, that's a new one. Her name is Sylvie. She lives with her father on Earth in hopes of traveling the universe and meeting new friends once she is strong enough to travel on her own. I'm getting Vanellope vibes here, and to be honest, it's not bad. I like the fact that it's a cat-girl Saiyan thing, because, hey, come on, Saiyans get around the universe. I'm pretty sure there is a planet like the Katarl, so I'm pretty sure that a Saiyan has gotten jiggy with a Katarl. India actually has Shihori, the daughter of a displaced Universe 7 Saiyan, and Sorel of Universe 9, okay. Now, I like the fact that Universe 9 characters are getting some love. Through many wild adventures and tragic circumstances, she found her way to Universe 7. And to be honest, that's cool. That's trendy. I'm getting Makashi actors vibes again. I'm saying vibes a lot, but that's where I'm seeing it from. And to be honest, I like the fact that Universe 9 gets some attention. So this is Rhys Poffilado. Long story short, he's the son of Bojack from an alternative timeline. Okay, so we're having some herons on here. Not the bird heron, but, you know, the blue skin heron. But instead of swearing revenge, he became a member of the Galactic Patrol, adopted 2 daughters, and just became a good member of the community overall. Okay, so you got some Xenoverse renders, you got a nice kind of thing of using this Makanko Seppo, and yeah, again, I like the fact that, you know, even though he's sort of more redeemed than Bojack, doesn't seem like a goody-goody in a way, so props to that. Keeping that kind of really cool savage edge. So you have penned vinyl here with Yota. She's a margin and a valued member of the Time Patrol, and a gifted one at that. She prefers to spend time training her mind and her body and avoid being teased by Kai of Time about her relationship. That is really cool. So, you know, honestly, it's something different from Margin 21, and to be honest, you need more Margin OCs, so that is really cool. I like the dynamic there, and just personality. You need to give OCs personality. Next, we have GT Scrapbook, and yeah, they do a lot of really good art, like Saiyan Krillin, by the way. You should really check out their Twitter. But, former Red Ribbon scientist, he developed a twisted obsession for Saiyans, losing his sanity in the meantime. So you can see, like, already, you can't really see me because of my mug. Oh, okay. You can see his descent into madness right there, and then literally goes ape. But, hey, cool. What goes to show is that scientists, if you work for the Red Ribbon Army, you're probably going to go a bit doolally. And I'm just reminding you all, if you want to see the full list of OCs on display, you can check out hashtag MasakoOC, because we're going through a lot and I don't want to be taking up your entire day. Standing at 7'4" and spotting that devilishly charismatic British accent, Zeneza, the Freezer race. The story touches some Xenoverse lore. There's going to be a lot of tweets because a lot of Twitter's typing limit, so bear with me here. But either way, there's some pictures of Zeneza. And I like the fact that they already have a sword. That is very, very cool. Nice little pencil sketches there. And like, oh no. That's the good little thing. You gotta have the wagging finger. That's the typical trope of a Freezer race person. Hikari Nakakatsuru, another citizen of Hero Town and a close friend of Roy Maeda. She's feisty, sarcastic, and prides herself on being independent, though she knows when she's beat. She also has a deep fear of disappointing her friends. To be honest, this character does look like somebody who'd be a really good friend to people. And again, personality. Super Saiyan, obviously. And that's a Super Saiyan 2. That is a really cool sketch there. Very well done. Very good after all. But yeah, that is Hikari Nakakatsuru. A nice little nod to Nakatsuru from designing Super Saiyan 4. Roboto, this is great. She's a Saiyan living a more lax life. That doesn't mean she doesn't fight, but she prefers not to. I made her because I noticed how few Saiyans have a larger build and I wanted to do something about it. Right on! Yeah! Let me just remind myself of the name again. Grace. So, again, that's why I decided to make Ranch more of a brick rather than thick, because, you know, everyone does thick, but brick Ranch, you need a strong female character, like Noin from Dorohedoro. That's basically Ranch. Yeah, adult Ranch. So, honestly, with a larger build, it doesn't really get represented that much, and myself being of a larger build, I can totally dig this. So to be honest, props to you, and props to Grace right here. So we have Subura Sada, the Herajin queen of Bojack's race of the planet Defectoros, a one-eyed woman of ruthless nature with a soft spot for her wife. Oh, that's cute. Born to her cruel mother and former queen, she would become an heir to the throne, but not until her mom got rid of her softness. Oh, okay. That's a cool design. That's a very cool design. And I like the fact that, hey, you don't just have a small scar or a scar around your eye. Nah, you just get rid of the eye. And you gotta go the whole hog. And to be honest, these designs are really good. And we really don't have enough lore about the Heron Society. So to be honest, if we can get some more of that, then that's a queen. That's definitely a queen right there. And to quote a certain tyrant, oh my god, you could grind meat on those abs. Okay, so we got another Margin Tofu. Tofu is known for her short height, short tempers, and for being an albino Margin. To her beliefs, her home planet, Planet Sweets, has been destroyed by unknown entities while she was gone on a mission, returning in time just to see their destruction. Aw, that's cute. And yeah, just nice to see different color Margin, and I know that in Xenoverse you can customize the color of a Margin, but it's nice to see more of them. And I like the design. I'm a sucker for bangs that go over one eye, to be honest, or both eyes, that kind of thing. So that's why I like Olave from Mysterious Girlfriend X, because you can't really see the eyes in a way. And even though the eye is the gateway to the soul, sometimes there's always that little bit of mystery. So to be honest with Tofu, I like it. Despite being the short peppiness, there's sort of intrigue, so I do like that. So alright, I actually first read this as Code Ment, the old Purple Eyes abridged series, but this is Cavemen, the biomargin. Before Cavemen came into creation, he was but a sample egg of margin DNA, an egg that soon scientists began to change and mix around, morphing it into their own monstrosity. Years passed, and once Cavemen was born, he was confused and afraid. And to be honest, I could see this potentially being like an evolution of the margin form, so yeah, you kind of got like Margin Boo and the margin clones you get from Dragon Ball Online, but you can then get this sort of thing. So honestly, this would be more like kind of a westernized cartoon of Dragon Ball. So I do praise the originality here, and it now makes me sad that Purple Eyes doesn't really post content much these days. I miss Purple Eyes. Okay, so we have Meg. So we have friend of the channel Megane-chan720, and this is Song, Bulma's cousin on Punchy's side. She ran away from her cartoonishly awful mother and spends her time flirting with Raditz's son, watching soap operas with Vegeta, and being a compulsive liar. Well, to be honest, I see the connection to Punchy. So, honestly, this is like, oh, like kind of the Mohican, like pixie cut Mohican type thing? I think that's what it's called. But either way, I appreciate the hairstyle, and I like the fact that, you know, the whole closed eye Punchy thing is not just something that she does, that it's something you sort of have as hereditary? Gilja was born in a small village in the Demon Realm shortly after his 2nd birthday. He murdered his parents, ooh, in cold blood, ooh, worthy candidate for Demon Realm. After that, his brother Garrett took care of him until he was old enough to make his own decisions. So, Gilja's on the right, and Garrett's on the left. So yeah, you can definitely tell this is the impertinent young spunky guy, and this is the older brother, and just like, I really don't think you should be doing that. But brother, I want to believe that I can basically beat Seto Kaiba in the Demon Realm. So I think we have some sort of like Nekojin, so Alexander Son, Saiyajin Nekojin. Second born son to Goku and Chi-Chi. He would live his entire life an anomaly. Firstly, his genetics were different due to an incident with Chi-Chi, probably involving a cat, and a wish on the Dragon Balls. She refuses to comment. And I think, is there a reply to this one? Oh, secondly, Chi-Chi chose to name him after scientist Alexander Fleming, rather than the regular naming scheme. She wanted to name him to become a doctor, while Alex himself grew up with passionate love for fighting. Oh, Chi-Chi, seriously. You know, you can't just name somebody that and expect them to become that. Like, you name Gohan Rice, but it doesn't mean that he necessarily likes rice. He likes other things. So I do like the design. It's very, very Marvel-esque. And to be honest, after Captain Marvel and that shot of the Super Saiyan, I mean, sorry, that is just like somebody's been watching Dragon Ball. And Namekians and all that stuff. Yeah, the Kree, that's just like the Frieza race almost. Yeah, again, I do like the design. I like the glowy bits as well. So Peebs here, as Tamega is a half Saiyan monk from planet Gyu, and the fusion of twin sisters Tamage and Krima. Her personality fluctuates because her mind hasn't settled from the fusion, switching constantly from spunky and casual to calm and well-spoken in a single sentence. Oh, okay. With Tamega, I'm definitely getting Kudere vibes here, because, you know, covered eyes, that kind of cool attitude, but can be kind. So again, more of a spiritual thing. It's nice to actually see kind of like Saiyans doing more mystical stuff. So like kind of monk activities. So to be honest, having that blend, I really dig. So good job. I like Tamega. And I know that it seems I'm being biased towards margin OCs in this episode, but we have Bada, the delinquent margin, as if margin weren't delinquent enough. A rough around the edges sort who typically expresses himself with anger or violence, like Kid Buu. At his core though, he has a heart of gold, and it wouldn't be uncommon for someone to catch him tending to astray. Due to his strength he has built up. It's a character that doesn't really understand how to convey themselves. They want to do good things, but they just don't have the patience to do so. So it's like a tsundere, but like more aggressively so. So to be honest, yeah, I really do like it. So that is Bada. So thank you, Cypress. By the way, guys, I don't have necessarily as much time to go through all of these OCs, but you can check them out by going to #MasakoOC. So you can check out the entire list here to help maybe connect with different creators, and maybe you get some inspiration for another OC of your own. But we have Royal Blue Roses here with Grenada. It's a Mars Gemini light launch in Ten Shinhan, able to use his mental power to make flame grenades. Ooh. trained weapon enslaved by the Gemini cult, determined to kill Nappa, Vegeta, and all the remaining Saiyans who escaped their imprisonment. Oh, Yu Yu Hakusho digging here. I like that. And flame grenades, like, you know, puts Piccolo's Hellzone grenade to shame. And I like the fact that finally someone comes up with like a, you know, the offspring of Tenshin Harmon launch. And yeah, I definitely like it. I am feeling very 90s with this image, and definitely be worthy of being in Street Fighter. So Royal Blue Roses, good job. We now have Lenta, is a Saiyan who was injured on a mission, thinking she was going to die. She had her crew leave her so she could die a warrior's death on the battlefield. However, she did not die. Losing her leg, she used her broken pod to make a prosthetic. That is cool. Well resourced too. That is a new one. So, relying on the Saiyan pod, because it's just sitting there, you're either going to blow it up or something like that. But hey, Lenta, more muscularly built, very resourceful. I like that. And I like the fact that the Saiyan pod's being put to good use as well. So to be honest, that is really, really good. And again, this is why I like OC sometimes. It's just they have that different creativity. So again, I dig it. Okay, so we have our first android, Android 94. She comes from 200 years in the future. Dr. Jiro's technology has been repurposed for the benefit of humanity. Well, to be fair with Jiro, he always intended for humans to better themselves with his technology. It's just his mind went a little bit cray-cray before you can actually do so. But the programming deep within had other plans. She was sent in the past to kill Goku, but she'd rather not kill someone who saves billions. So we have Android 94 here. Definitely a slight variation in the evolution of the general android design and stuff like that. And it definitely has the android larger forehead, the bangs and stuff like that. So very in keeping with the overall style. And I like the fact that maybe it's slightly more robotic with the kind of plating here to represent the clavage, but not necessarily that. So again, nice creativity here, very reminiscent of 200 years in the future. Dan has the final version of their main DBOC, Nero. He's half Saiyan, half Avalonian, custom race between Kai and Makai. Okay, so like a demon Saiyan. Anyone on DeviantArt with a demon Saiyan, ooh, okay. Who trained all his 400,000 year life to become the strongest being in the multiverse, attain that status but realized how lonely it left him. Like Saitama. So basically, you know, you train all this time for hundreds of thousands of years to be the best, and you're like, well, now what? Now I'm all alone. Everybody I cared for is now gone. And it's just like, huh. So much for that then. I like the fact that the Demon Realm, and even though it may look like he's basically put his arms in blue paint, I imagine probably that's more dark, and yeah, somebody's attacked him with a paint can. But honestly though, I do like appreciate the fact that it's like that mixture of demons and stuff like that. And it's a bit more different just to say, oh, he looks like a Saiyan, but oh, he's a demon as well. But you actually have that representation in there. So okay, I do appreciate that. Okay, so we now have an evolution here almost. So this is Mai, not that Mai, the other Mai. She was originally a human key user. However, she became so enraged with the Saiyans, making the gap wider and wider, that she became desperate for strength to prove herself. She eventually made a deal with a devil, literally, and became a demon goddess. Okay, so I like the fact that instead of everyone just going like, oh man, Saiyans have gotten really strong. Oh well, let's just go to the gym anyway and cry ourselves to sleep. Somebody's actually done something about it, and Mai here has made a deal with the devil, hopefully not having to go all the way to Georgia for it, and became a demon goddess. So, sort of like to bridge the gap. I don't suspect it'd be enough to actually defeat Saiyans outright, but it would certainly give them a run for their money. And I also like the fact that she has that expression of like, oh yeah, I know I've done something bad, but what are you gonna do about it? So it's like very much in control here. So okay, I like that. I like that. I feel like the name could be slightly more original because there's that confusion with Mai from Dragon Ball in general. But I feel like that's the only critique I would have necessarily. But honestly, design, it's cute. And immediately up here we have low-res Ice Cube with Raditz the Ninth, a synthetic Saiyan, created from preserved genetic material after Vegeta's destruction. While made to recreate the legendary transformation, she learns to stop trying to imitate her sisters and seek her own calling, finding strength through love and purpose. Okay, so I like the fact that it's again a better version of Bio Broly. Seriously, we as a collective do way better than Bio Broly, like Raditz the Ninth. So different variations here, and okay, That's funny. That's funny. Just having, they've all got a good sense of humor, and, you know, despite the tragic background, just shows that, hey, like with Ranch, yeah, you can be really tall and really bulky. Doesn't necessarily mean you haven't got a good sense of humor and you can love. Love comes in all shapes and sizes, and Raditz is a good example of that. Okay, with Cheesy, I immediately know that Raditz in my universe would really, really dig this one, because absolutely loves the hair, and grew up on Earth, willingly signed on to fight a war, achieved great strength, but returned home without purpose. And yeah, my hair is dummy thick. Ah yes, I definitely agree, my hair indeed too is dummy thick, as the young ones would say. And again, I like characters who, they aren't necessarily like, you know, they're not serious all the time. They can be serious, but they can definitely have this sort of like, you know, funny side to them. So I think Olave and Raditz, they get on really famously. So we have Elenius with two characters, Mozera and Chia McNarai, and they're a part of the magic-using species of giants called the Fraum, standing at 10 to 20 feet tall. They are perfect explorers. Their tremendous height allows them to better cover ground and poke their head out over trees. So okay, so I think that's, no, which one was that again? So that was Mozera and Shia. So again, nice kind of little pair. Nice kind of like little adventuring type things. There's this storyteller I like called Jason Buck, and I certainly can imagine him creating stories after this based on deriving from Norse mythology and stuff like that. So yeah, different types of magic, as well as warriors and stuff. So nice little bit of Norse, you know, undertones to them. So with Ava here, we basically have something a bit more kind of old school with their original character, Kungo. And he is the strongest being in the universe, in all universes, mind you, in all timelines. He is based AF and doesn't care about your feelings. To be honest, it's very, very Toriyama, it's very authentic, and hey, sometimes Goku acts like that. You know, doesn't really care what people think, goes for the gold, and yeah, pretty ruthless as it were. So honestly, I dig the authenticity. Seems legit to me. Oh, okay, Galactic Patrolman Chili. Or Chili strives to be an elite but can't help being a goofball. Chili has the innate ability to slow down time and freeze items. Don't let his goofy persona fool you when situations get tough. This Galactic Patrolman keeps his cool. Ah! I like the fact that a freezer race thing can become a patrolman. You know, again, sort of like our Good Boy Frost timeline. Yeah, the fact that they can combine the two, I dig it. And the fact is though, not everybody can be as nasty as Freezer and stuff like that. Next up we have Olave, an ancient Saiyan spared from her planet's destruction by a supreme Kaioshin with a time ring. Olave now finds herself in the current day, traversing the galaxy, taking the teachings she learned from the Kais and trying to balance that with her Saiyan ways. So okay, sort of like, you know, having to figure out their place in life and sort of like their own discovery. That's a cool sketch, by the way. But yeah, sort of like, you know, fish out of water situation, trying to find their way in life. Yeah, I dig it. Okay, this one definitely caught my eye already. Not a margin, a Tropa. She's the Supreme Kaiyan Time in training. She just wants to have a good time, and sometimes responsibilities don't fall under that category. Amiable and outwardly sweet, but utterly conniving. Very chaotic neutral. Oh, I get that vibe. Oh, seriously. Despite being younger than Cronoa, I can imagine her having the ara type of mischievous thing. I think a lot of personality in this one. This is probably one of my favorites. And it's a Supreme Kai of Time. So, hey. And it's, you know, something not overly sexualized, but something with a cute personality. Someone you'd want in your life. Like, they may not be the most constructive character out there. They may screw things up from time to time, but you can't help but like them. So we have another android, Android 22. An emotionless ice queen with a lot of deadpan sass and attitude. A formerly unfinished android who was found by a fan of Jiro's and reactivated, redone by Jiro's supercomputer. She fights with key whips and electricity-infused key kicks. I like the fact the pan mystique and new-ish sort of thing, learning from all the different things. And this is the whip. Ooh, that reminds me of Ranch's power bow. I like that. And again, I like these designs. All of you guys, you find these artists and stuff really, really cool. And I feel like definitely would be worthy of being in One Piece almost, this one. So yeah, I dig it. And then we have Jack Ohara, meet Tomaka, one of the last remaining Saiyans in a forgotten timeline. Notorious for being one of the only Saiyans to dare strike Lord Frieza himself, inciting the ideas that the race of monkeys need to be eradicated. However, he holds an even darker secret. Ooh. Ha ha ha! More primal jungle Saiyan. Yo, it's a jungle out there, and the Saiyans are more than happy to oblige with their sort of instincts and stuff. So I like the fact that you have the kind of key claws, you wear your prey as a sort of trophy, and it's an old man saying. You don't see a lot of those that often. So to be honest, I like the fact this is more kind of like a more tribal Saiyan almost. Not necessarily, you know, uncivilized, but definitely something that has more of a, you know, jungle-esque attitude. So yeah, that's pretty much just a small sample of the OCs that I got. Some of the ones that really spoke out to me. So if you want to actually check the entire list for yourself, you can check out there, MasakoOC on Twitter. You search for that, you can see the entire list. And I will make it available, so that means everyone can get featured. So thank you all so much for sharing this with me. I would have looked at all of them, but that would have probably taken me 3 hours. So I don't have 3 hours. I'm too busy making content for you all. But I do hope that you folks enjoyed this time with me. And I shall be doing another one of these in the future. So do look forward to that, and I will give out the hashtag on my Twitter, @MasakoX. Until then, everyone, be sure to stay safe and take care of yourselves out there, and I shall see you in the next video. Catch you later!